Hi, Lara from Elliott Wave Forex with a free DJIA Elliott Wave analysis for what it's worth, dated New York's trading session Monday 7th of June. That's been over for a while now. It's Tuesday the 8th where I am. Starting your Dow analysis with a weekly chart. I'm not going to go back into historical analysis. You'll find it on my site. If you go to my site, I'll just quickly show you this. If you go to my site on the sidebar, you will find under categories stock market analysis. There is some previous analysis under there and it looks back at a more historical level for you. So starting this one just with your weekly chart from the previous start of the Dow's fall with a minor intermediate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for primary degree 1. That ended down here back in early 2010, March. Thereafter, a triple combination up for primary 2, which is clearly over now. And we're probably now working on primary 3 to the downside. Primary wave 1 was 7,728.1 points. So if primary wave 3 reaches equality with primary wave 1, we can expect the Dow to get down to about 3,525 or so points, probably by the end of the year, mid-next year. I haven't looked at Fibonacci time relationships for this analysis, so I won't say when, I'll just say where it will get down to. Thereafter, it seems that primary 3 is most likely to be longer than 1. Third waves usually are longer than first. So we may very well see the Dow reach down to, say, 574, where it would be 1.382, the length of wave 1, before a correction of any sizable degree like this. We'll have corrections along the way, but they'll be briefer than this primary wave 2, which was about a year long. So taking you now to a daily chart where we're going to look at this last piece of movement up here. Oh, before we go there, my last analysis said I'd drawn these maroon, this is supposed to be maroon, trend lines around this primary degree wave 2. First from this high label W to the high label Y, and I put a parallel copy down on this first X here. I expected that we would see a breach of this lower edge of this parallel channel, and that would give us some good confirmation that primary 2 was indeed over and we're in primary 3 to the downside. We've had that now for about 4 weeks. So I'm pretty confident that we are indeed in that primary third wave to the downside. We've got a lot further down to go for the Dow. Here's your daily chart with that last piece of movement. Here's the end of primary 2 and the start of primary 3 right up here. With a 1, 2, a long strong 3. Here's the day of the fat finger. 4, 5 to end probably minor degree wave 1, probably ended down here. I may have the degree of labelling wrong here. In the next couple of weeks or so will probably illuminate whether I've got the degree labelling correct or not. I have minor 1 ending here because the relationships here between 5, 3 and 1 are much better than if it ended down here. Within this blue wave 1 down, wave 1 just 293 points, wave 3 just 30 points more than 4.382 the length of this wave 1, and wave 5 here just 21 points short of 3.618 the length of this wave 1. Those are pretty good Fibonacci relationships between these 3 waves. Thereafter, minor 2 or blue 2, an expanded flat correction with an A, B, C. Looking at this piece of movement on an hourly chart, it looks like it may be a ending diagonal. I haven't looked at that and analysed this piece of movement in too much depth. However, suffice it to say it's pretty clear that it's probably over here, and our blue wave 3 started here at 10,313 points. Thereafter, we've had a pretty good drop, which is what we should expect from a minor wave 3 or a third wave to the downside. So wave behaviour is confirmed with this wave count nicely. We should be seeing more extreme readings coming up on the oscillator as well. Taking you now to an hourly chart where we're going to have a look at this recent drop for the Dow from this point up here, labelled 2 blue, which is up here. And here's our recent drop for the Dow with a 1, 2, a really good strong 3, 4, and 5. Ratios within this pink wave 1 to the downside between green 1, 3 and 5. Green 3 is just 8 points more than 3.236, the length of this wave 1. and green 5 is 6 points more than 2.236, the length of this wave 1. So some pretty good Fibonacci relationships within these waves here as well. It looks like on a live chart with recent strong downwards movement, we may have had the end to a really brief, shallow little second wave at minute degree over here. So my targets for the downside for the Dow in the midterm for the next few weeks, down to at least 8,963, possibly as low as 8,121 in the next couple of weeks or so. I'll try and keep this updated, possibly another week or two. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this is helpful and maybe gives some other Elliottians out there a different point of view. I haven't looked at Elliott Wave Internationals. I haven't looked at anyone else's wave counts before I've done this. I just looked at what I did last time and simply carried on from there. So perhaps a different perspective for your Dow analysis. That's all from me with your Dow analysis. If you would like Elliott Wave analysis for the euro and pound, you'll find it on my site, elliottwaveforex.com.